guys, so today's video is going to be on Dodge Charger modifications and going over the most common ones that you can do to your car. There's so much you can do to these Chargers to make them look really sick, and so many people modify them, so there's a ton of aftermarket support. And I guess these mods can be really done on any car. I'm just going to be focusing on the Chargers today and focusing on what they look like on the Charger. But these are all fairly cheap to do, can really make your car stand out and be unique. And I'm going to start with the cheapest mod and go from there. So hopefully you get some ideas for your car, and also if you have something that I haven't touched on, let me know in the comments below. Also, again, I'm just talking about common, easy to do mods in the video. I'm going to start with 15, and I can do a part 2 or 3 if you guys are interested in with other more complex and different mods. And also make sure that if you do modify your car, don't go blaming me for the ticket if the tint is too dark or whatever. So make sure you know the laws of wherever you live. All right, so let's get started. First up is changing out the shifter. You can get some great shifters such as the Mopar T shifter or her shifter. These can be found starting at around $50 and are super easy to switch out. So here's my Mopar T shifter. Definitely adds a nice element to the interior. You can also change the interior more by getting a pedal set. These are only around $50 and they look really great, way better than the stock pedals. Another pretty easy and popular mod is to switch out the stock radio for something way cooler. The price will depend on which head unit you select, but this can add features like Bluetooth, music playing, or a touchscreen. And this is my Pioneer double DIN radio, so you got, you can charge your phone, aux, Bluetooth, calling. There's a little mic up here, so all kinds of cool stuff that you can add with these radios that are way better than stock. Next up would be stripes and decals. You can totally change the look of your Charger with different stripes and lettering. You can buy these things for like $50 to $100 anywhere online, and there are endless possibilities of what you can do and how they can make your Charger look. So for the stripes and decals I've added, I just have this one stripe going along the side of the car, along the body line, and I've also added the Dodge decal over the gas cap. You can also add rain guards for under $100. They are supposed to be useful by allowing you to open your window during rain or snow without it coming in your window, but I just think they look really good and add some style. And yeah, so here are my rain guards. I think they look pretty dope and they add a nice style to the car. You can also debadge your car to give it a different look. For example, taking off things like the SXT emblem on the back of V6s, or taking off the Charger or Dodge emblems. Another option is to PLASTI dip your emblems a different color, usually black. And this stuff is basically free as long as you have some dip lying around and know how to take off the emblems yourself. You can also PLASTI dip any part of your car, like your wheels, just for a few $100s, to change up the look without damaging them or having to buy expensive new rims. Next up would be tinting the car. You can tint the windows to different degrees, and you can also tint the front headlights and rear taillights for a totally different look. Tinting will usually be a few $100s. And there's also headlight and taillight covers that give it like a smoky tinty look that can be taken off at any time if you don't want to tint them permanently. So here's my window tint. Nothing too extreme, but definitely makes it look a little better. So adding a front spoiler or a front splitter in either black or matching body color will add a whole new dimension for the front of the Chargers. And you can also add a rear spoiler to the rear of the car if your Charger didn't come with one. And there's also different types of rear diffusers which go between the exhaust pipes at the back of the car to make it look even more beastly. Each of these probably costs around $100 to $200 plus installation. So adding the front spoiler, as you can see I've done there, this is just the Mopar OEM one. Makes it look really good, adds a new element. And also, if your Charger doesn't come with a spoiler, it definitely looks great having it on. I think it looks amazing. And another option, which I have not done, is to add the rear diffuser down there, so it's like a black piece that just fits right in here, and definitely makes it look a lot cooler. Another popular thing to do is to swap out the stock grille for different designs. There are a ton of options and they totally transform the front end of the car. A new grille is about $150, and you can also keep your original grille if you like it and PLASTI dip it a different color. One thing that is not as common but looks fantastic would be adding louvers to your back window. These look totally unbelievable and unique, and no one else has them, so you definitely stand out. And their louvers usually run between $200 to $500, depending on which ones you get. Another thing to change the look would be swapping out your hood. There are some really cool hoods available, and this is the first thing that people see on your car pretty much from the front end, so it totally makes the car stand out. and these can run anywhere from $300 and up. Adding a cold air intake will allow cooler air to be sucked into the engine, bringing more oxygen into the combustion chamber and therefore more power. Manufacturers claim you can add 5 to 10 horsepower with these, and they can make your engine sound really good. These usually cost about $200 to $400. Changing up your exhaust system will make your car sound beastly and add some more horsepower due to more free-flowing gases and less restrictions. Most people change mufflers or buy different types of exhaust systems that let the engine breathe more than the stock setup will. And a new exhaust system can cost anywhere from a few $100s to thousands, depending on if you buy a bolt-on setup or customize it. Alright, that's it guys. So like I said, this was just basic mods to get some ideas out there. There's so many other options as well that I didn't talk about, so let me know again if you do want to see a part 2. Let me know if you have some cool mods that I have not touched on, and thanks for watching. See you guys next video.